ॐ सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् ॐ
Nice. Within about 2.5 months, we are meeting for the 11th time. It's supposed to be a summary class, so summary we will not avoid. So whichever topics or facts, points which we have not covered, that little elaborate. We will elaborate. Otherwise, we will run through the summary quickly. Then one meditation also we planned, Om meditation. Lot of information will be covered. So remember about Om, that vibrations. Then we will have neutralization as planned in the last class. We told neutralization Nididhyasanam also. So now summarizing, along with that covering the points which are not covered. So we started with starting from the age of even 2-3 attractions and aversions. It goes up to the middle age. So along with the attractions and aversions, please mute your this thing system. Then attachment comes. Along with attraction and aversion, attachments towards attractive things come. Then this one apprehension starts in the age of middle age and the little advanced age, anxiety, apprehensions and everything. Then if all things are almost met, then ambiguity comes. The last few years of the life, direction, what is the goal, purpose, all these things. So all these things are the starting point to inquire about a totally different aspect of life. So with all these things, body consciousness along with binding desires, it becomes a, please mute your,
kindly mute from your side.
please mute your system. It is coming disturbing everyone. All of you, please check up and mute your system. Then we discussed about correctness of our living. So yoga, Ashtanga yoga should be a part of life. That is statutory Ashtanga yoga. Then clarity we discussed. Clarity. There only the inquiry starts. So inquiry starts about the happiness and everything, that we will slightly cover, whichever aspect of happiness we have not covered. Then it comes discriminative inquiry and detailed inquiry. So in the discriminative inquiry, we discussed about discriminate thinking, viveka, then dispassion, then disciplines, norms of living and all other disciplines we discussed, then desire for freedom, desire to improve the life and getting the benefits while living. So those things. Then we discussed that this particular subject is not covered in any materialistic science. So you have to take to Vedanta. So giving a special status for Vedantic teaching. So if you accept it as a sixth instrument of knowledge, the benefits will start quickly. We already covered, but being young technological professionals, having more interest in science and logic, we are trying to teach the same truth through logical and experiential reasoning and logical facts. So that will take you to a very high level, but for ultimate understanding and getting all the benefits, again Upanishadic statements are required. You have to do Nididhyasanam, contemplation. We will try to cover this in this class. Then we discussed about God. There some aspects we have not covered. So God is can be understood as initially preliminary stage, God creates the world. Elementary understanding. Then, little higher understanding is God is the creation. Then, final understanding, God appears as creation. Very important here to understand this. So, here only the worship of God in one form or in many forms, final worship is formless. So, this thing should, please mute your system, please. Somebody. So, then God's grace, we have not discussed much. How to get God's grace? God is common to everyone. He doesn't have partiality. So, getting God's grace is in our hand. So, using the free will, you have to tap God's grace. Very important. Tapping God's grace is possible. Just like tapping sun's rays. If you keep a magnifying glass in the sunlight, the cotton below the magnifying glass will get burnt. So that's the kind of example. But tapping God's grace is giving high importance to dharma. So this dharma is available within us for a normal person. I mean, normal person means a kind of noble person, having a sensitivity in the mind. So we call it in our language, it's a very good term, manasakshi. The same thing is called conscience, conscience. So that I have to tell you. Conscience, consciousness and conscious. So these three things I think I have not covered, that I little bit cover. So the reflection of dharma in a person whose mind is normal, to some extent pure. So that reflection is called manasakshi, or basic common sense also we can say. That's what I should not do to others, what I don't want others to do to me. So this manasakshi is conscience, conscience. Consciousness is atma, changeless awareness and higher sense. That's okay. Then conscious is depending upon neuron frequency. Conscious, subconscious, like that. So conscious and consciousness don't mix up. Consciousness is higher reality. Other two are transactional reality. So God's grace is giving maximum importance to dharma and also loga sangraha, serving the 5 types of sacrifices already told, duty, all these things. Have a dharmic life, obeying the conscience, manasakshi. That is the way to tap the God's grace. That is very important for this knowledge. Nobility, purity, mind purity will increase. Then happiness analysis we have covered a lot, but one thing we are not very advanced one. So here the happiness is analyzed in the eye level. It is like this. I love anything only as long as it is the source of happiness to me. This statement you can understand, assimilate. Or I love anyone only as long as he or she is a source of happiness to me. Very high level. So this is a very big statement. Finally, this logic will lead to I love anything because I love myself, and I love anybody because I love myself. This is the highest happiness analysis done in Vedanta. Then next one is, the Vedantic statements are very important to understand. It is not describing anything. It is not descriptive statements. They are introductory statements. Vedanta is introducing your real nature to you. Vedanta is introducing by explaining Satyam, existence, consciousness and the infinite, all the aspects of consciousness as changeless awareness, higher self and everything. It is introducing your original nature to your ego. So the shifting has to take place, identification shifting by your intellect. You have to use your intellect. Now you are identifying through your intellect, you are identifying yourself as your ahankara. Remove that identification and identify with your real nature of Atma or consciousness, changeless awareness. That is my introductory statement. It's not descriptive statement. So Vedanta is introducing yourself to your real nature, which always you experience. It is not away from you. All experiences are presupposed by awareness. So it is not at all a new thing. Here only very important one, very peculiar statement. The freedom or moksha or whatever, relief from all kinds of struggle is called mukti, salvation, emancipation, various terms. Any religion, any philosophy, if you ask this salvation or moksha or freedom, is it permanent or temporary? Every philosophy will definitely agree that it is permanent. Because if it is temporary, there is no use. In our system, moksha, mukti, freedom is permanent. It is not reversible. Definitely it has to be permanent. That's why it is the ultimate goal. So now our Adi Guru, Adi Shankara, is putting a question. Can any permanent thing happen after 10 years? Can any permanent thing can happen after 1 year? Can any permanent thing happen tomorrow? Permanent thing will be always there. So this Advaita principle teaching is only making you to remove all negative things about yourself. Means negative means which you are not, you are identifying. And then it is teaching you to identify your real nature. Only that was there, that is there, and that will be there. So that's a permanent thing. So it is shifting identification from wrong misidentification to correct identification. So it's a permanent thing, will always be there. So it is not any new thing. Then here we have to bring a big concept: existence, consciousness, infinite. This topic we have not covered, so I am trying to cover this elaborately, maybe 5 minutes. These all three things are not different from each. It is the nature of a single thing, which is consciousness, which is existence, which is infinite. They are not attributes. So here, what we are doing, one thing you take and how that same thing will be the other two. So here we take the experience of deep sleep. During deep sleep, I am there, but I don't have any identification with my body, mind or world. I am there. Then after the sleep, I tell I have slept. So this very important principle, very important truth, that during sleep awareness alone is there. Without awareness, we cannot tell after the sleep that I slept. Sugam iti aswapsam. Kinjit avedisham. A Upanishad word. That sleep is a very good example and it is experiential reasoning. So during sleep awareness is there. So that awareness continues after the sleep also and prompting the mind to tell that I slept well. So this awareness is only consciousness. This is changeless awareness or consciousness. So this awareness, analyze this changeless awareness during the sleep. During sleep, there is no time awareness. You will not be able to tell that I have spent 4 hours and 50 minutes during sleep or 3 hours. You have to see the watch. You cannot say that how much time you had deep sleep. You have the time lag will be there, definitely, not like anesthesia. Time lag will be there, but you will not be able to recollect how many hours you slept unless I see watch. So what happens? Time goes away during sleep. Then when the mind comes into contact with your awareness, time comes. So here time principle is also defined, explained. The sambandha between consciousness and maya. Here your awareness and your mind. When sleep is over, when the mind comes, your time conscious comes. So the time was not there during sleep. When mind comes, time comes. Again, when you sleep, time goes away. So you are sustainer, you are the sustainer of the time. You are the Adar of time. Time starts and goes away in you. So you are transcending the time. Turiya Avastha. So what happens? When you are beyond the time, you are eternal. Time comes in between that period. Unless otherwise you are eternal, time cannot start in you. Time sustains in some time is sustained by you, time resolves in you. This we will see in Omkar also, meditation also. So during sleep there is no time. When you wake up, time comes, again you sleep, and time goes away. So sleep, you are the sustainer of the time, so you are eternal. Already we have established you are consciousness. Now you are eternal also. Now how you can be the existence? We saw the intrinsic property of fire is heat. So when fire is there, heat will be there. So heat is the intrinsic property of fire, anywhere, anytime. So here we bring that logic. Eternal thing, if anything is there, existence has to be the intrinsic property of that thing. Any entity or state is better. Eternal. Then that state to be eternal, existence, noun, has to be the intrinsic property of that eternal entity. What is that eternal state? That is what? Consciousness and infinite. So that same consciousness and infinity is existence also. So all the three things are one. Existence, consciousness and infinite. So this is a very important aspect, that how three attributes or not attributes, three natures for a single thing. That is none other than you. You have to shift your identification from your name, body, mind to that is Satyam, Jnana, Ananta. Anything is which is Ananta, infinite, and which does not have the second thing, which is fearless. Only when the second thing comes, there is fear comes. So when Ananta, infinite, it doesn't have a second thing. So Ananda. That means Satchidananda. This is the principle. A long time discussion can be done separately. So this is, you can understand, for putting this in our life. I have 3 examples, but I will tell the example, but I don't know how much time we will get, because we have to have a meditation also, we have to have neutralization also. Now in summarizing, I am covering these aspects, these things which you have not covered. So during your routine life, actor, role player, That aspect you have to do. Actor, role player model. You have to be when you are working, professionals, family people, all businessmen. So it's the term, I don't know, it is a good term used in the thing, split personality. From the point of this understanding, self-knowledge, you may have to use that. That is, actor, how he is acting as a role, means character, role playing. The role play is the same awareness, no? Consciousness of the actor. He is not getting a new awareness. So, this aspect you have to do it in your normal life, where consciousness is predominant. Means what? Not the kind of I'm telling the actor's consciousness is only the role's consciousness. The character's, there is no change. But he can shift from one to another in a nanosecond or something like that. But so that is the aspect is very high predominant. Then comes to dream and waker. The existence principle is very highly predominant. The dream world. What about the dream tangibility, dream light, dream sense perception, dream happiness, dream struggles, dream family, dream relationship, dream transactions, dream world? You are creating the dream world, and if you see God, dream God also you are creating. So you are the existence principle, Satyam. That is Jnana. Then sleep you take. In sleep, awareness is there. You are there. You don't have a location. What is the meaning of this? You are there, but you don't have location. Take the example of the space. Space is there, but space does not have location. Means what? Space accommodates everything. All the galaxies, millions of galaxies, space accommodates. Same thing you are also. You are there, you don't have location. So, the whole universe is accommodated by you. So, you are infinite. So, sleep example is for your infinite nature. Dream waker example is for your existence nature. Actor role is example is for your conscious nature. Just you can have it and play your role in the cosmic drama, whose director is God. So here what we are doing, the most popular word here, I don't want to miss it. That is self-isolation you are doing yourself, quarantine. You come out of that. Quarantine, consciousness is soul. Released, soul is consciousness. So this is the time I think this lockout is getting over. You can think over that word also to come up with that. Then some other aspects, very important aspects you should not forget. 3 reality planes. We discussed about dream, waking, everything. Subjective reality, transactional reality, and absolute reality. So this also you recollect. Then the self-evident nature of consciousness. This we will try to have during the Om meditation, because it's so obvious but it eludes you. It is self-evident. That is why we are making you to get identified with it through introductory statement. It is so obvious, but you are not identifying it. So it is self-evident. That's why main sadhanas or practice is eligibility. More and more you cultivate eligibility criteria, purify the mind, that ever evident Atma will be so obvious to you. Identify it, own up it. So that is very important, and systematic study also very important. Then we just discussed about this thing, no? Movie. We discussed in one of the classes. Movie is the trick played by the technology and the talents of the people, actors. Movie, what is the movie? We pay money and get lost for 2-3 hours. I already told you a lot of things about movie. It is the trick played by the technology and talents of the actors. Similarly, what is this life? It is the trick played by mind and senses on the quarantined consciousness. This is what. So why you want to yourself to be quarantined? This term I am getting now so often, so I am bringing it. So this life is the trick played by mind and senses on the conscious. Identify that and own up that conscious. Get released from this quarantine. So this is the method to uplift yourself, uplift your own higher self whenever you want. Come down to transaction reality and pay that in office or in your house. So in this condition, your all efficiency will be in the optimum condition, and so with your physical health also. All your faculties will function at the prime condition. So this kind of upliftment is possible through a virtuous cycle. Whatever you are putting initially, all the eligibilities, when they are 50% satisfied, then there will be a virtuous value cycle will start. That will take you to higher level. So activate that virtuous cycle. Then you can enjoy. Once you become advanced, all this eligibility will be spontaneous. Effortlessly you will follow. That beauty will be there. So then wisdom is, already I told you, not only knowing your real nature, you have to own it up. You have to claim it. Unless otherwise you claim your higher reality, higher self, changeless awareness, then it is not possible to get all the benefits. So when you reach that, then yoga, Ashtanga yoga, one meaning. Then in that Advaita academic class I told, Samvidya Dukkha Samyoga Viyogam Yoga Samkhina Bhagavad Gita. So there you will not notice any problem. Problem may be for the body, or for the mind, or for the soul, not for you. So that's what detachment from the dukkha is yoga. Beautiful explaining about yoga in Bhagavad Gita. So that is possible. Problem is a part of body, mind, and soul. That is not you cannot avoid it, but not from you. So this one in utilization technique we will bring it this aspect, and by this method you can reach the highest level, the purpose of human life. So now meditation we will.
Ekarupa, Anekarupa.
So now this what is that meditation and the utilization, two things are left over and any other cover point. So now meditation requires Om background music and understanding about the Om. Understanding already told, that is the Akara, Ukara, Makara. Opening the mouth, narrowing the mouth, closing the mouth, contains all words, all transactions, all interactions, all functions of everything in the creation in any language expressed. So that contains the whole universe. Any item, object, from the planets to the remote by your bosom. So they are all only expressions which can be contained by Akara, Ukara, Makara. Om is the primordial sound. So Om meditation you will have, you will know you are the sustainer of the universe. So there you have to give importance after some few minutes to the silence between two Oms, that is Turiya Matra. So you will have the Om meditation. Then utilization techniques, we will, what is the time now? So sufficient time is there. So Om meditation, you recollect the property of the Om sound. First initially we will have some Oms, you can identify with the sound because we are in the transaction reality. Then then Om will be repeated. You have to slowly move your identification from the Om sound to the silence between two Oms. I will try to give some instruction during the meditation. Gradually you have to increase your importance to the silence and not Om. You have to shift your identification from the Om sound to the silence and give more and more you have to concentrate on the silence. Then you have to remain in the silence. You have to remain in the silence and feel that Om comes from you and goes back to you. Om evolves from you. Om is sustained by you. Om resolves in you. Om originates in you. Om is sustained by you and Om goes back to you. This you have to feel. And then connect that to the knowledge that Om is the universe, including your body and mind. Don't isolate your body and mind. You are not your body, you are not your mind, you are not your soul. You have given sufficient reason. So, body, mind, soul also rest in you as awareness. That is the Turiya Amatra. That silence in between two Om sounds. So, we will be slowly increasing the silence gap to some extent. Then, slowly decreasing the time gap between Om. So, you can enjoy that silence, remain there, and then we will have the Om as usual, like in the starting. Then you can come back to the transactional word. I think power has gone, but I think our Om will work. So if Om works, we will finish up this one and finally discuss about some neutralization aspect of this program. Om, you can start. Yes, down somewhere I think. Om, I'll start Om and then India. Om. But now, take a relaxed position and have some normal breathing. Eyes closed, mouth closed, gently closed. Mobile should be in silence. Sit a comfortable posture so that you need not change. And your body conscious should be minimum. And you have to follow the instruction, and also you have to recollect the knowledge part of the discussion which we just completed about Om in the suitable circumstance of the meditation. Now, just listen to the Om in the eyes closed condition, mouth closed condition, comfortable sitting posture. Concentrate on the Om sound. Slowly notice the silence between two Om. And move your attention to the silence between two Oms. Concentrate more and more on the silence between two Oms. You try to remain in the silence between two Oms. Slowly reduce the importance to the Om and increase the importance to the silence and remain there. the silence and feel that Om comes from you and goes back to you. Remain in the silence and Om originates in you and resolves in you. Om is the universe. The universe comes from you and goes back to you. The total universe, including your body, mind, comes from you and goes back to you. Feel that. Your body and mind and the world originates in you and resolves in you. This is the truth. Try to remain more and more in the silence and enjoy that amatra, turiya, and the whole universe comes from you and goes back to you. Hereafter you can do this on your own. Continue till the end. sound. Slowly, gradually increase the importance to the Om sound. And slowly move from the silence to the Om, you yourself. Slowly get identify yourself with your body and mind and the Om sound and the transaction reality, the world. Once you get identified with your body and mind, all things related to your family and profession also will come. Let it come. Now identify with your body mind and play the role of your role in the cosmic drama whose character is God, and take all the unexpected disappointments as suspense and surprise. Then where is the problem? Where is the worry? Eyes closed, mouth closed, get identified with Om. The universe, world, your profession, position, relationship, everything is in the Om. You are putting the role, name and form, function. You are playing the role. You can remain for some time and when you are comfortable, take 3 deep breathings and normal breathing. Few deep breathings and some normal breathing and with the coming out technique, rub your palm, massage your legs if you are sitting on the mat. Otherwise, rub your palm, massage the sides of your neck for increasing the blood circulation to the head. Gently massage your closed eyes, bend your head down and slowly open and see the diffuse light or darkness. Don't see the light. When you are comfortable, you can see the light. Those are amount they can get. Then there is a sample home meditation. You can elaborate for 20 minutes up to half an hour and you remain in that studio hours. Abide in yourself. With your understanding of the
state underline Mandukya meditation.
your progress will be definitely there. And this progress is a one way. Self-ignorance has no beginning. All these things are happening because of self-ignorance. Another way of starting the subject. Self-conscious being, no inhibition, therefore self-judgment is high. Then self-inadequacy, it starts with desire, action, you are getting into the cycle of birth and rebirth. Same self-judgment, use it, understand the teaching, understand yourself, that you are the changeless awareness, and just watch the drama of your body mind with the world. So that is what the subject for this. Ashtanga Yoga is statutory and the Karma Yoga is mandatory. Karma Yoga is your actions. Ashtanga Yoga is training technique. Karma Yoga is in your action, means in your relationship with the family and especially in the profession. We have given an example in MMT. Without changing anything in your circumstance. Same friends, same class, roommates, same staying place, same company, same salary, same work, same boss. Everything is same. You can change the negative cycle to normal and normal cycle to positive cycle. Because through your work, if you are a professional, then it is very important aspect to note. The ultimate beneficiary of your office work is a person somewhere in the world, you may not know him. Ultimate user of your office work is a person, human being somewhere in the world. You may not know him. But you have been given an opportunity. So thank God, thank your company, thank this knowledge also, and start the day. Your normal cycle will become positive cycle. You will wait for Monday, not for Saturday. This is what beautiful aspect of Bhagavad Gita's Karma Yoga. So this will easily take you to higher mindset to understand the secrets. So the last aspect, some case study of neutralization, Nididhyasana, Pradibandhaka Bhavana, removal, habitual errors removal. That is the third level. Shravanam, Mananam, Nididhyasana. Understanding and listening, then understanding through logical acceptance by the intellect, then assimilation of the knowledge, that we have already told. Now neutralization. Neutralization, you have to know the aspects of nature of Atma, nature of consciousness, nature of the changeless awareness of your higher nature. So all this nature should be in the world. Means effortlessly you should be able to remember the few natures. We will explain about 2-3 natures, already we discussed. So for neutralization, this nature, you have to meditate on this nature. So I will tell. So one of the nature is your Sushma, subtle, most subtle, most subtle thing. Okay, yeah, that is what? Intangible. Nainam Chindanti Sastrani. Nothing in the creation can means cut you or burn you or because as changeless awareness. So this is one nature. Then another nature is you are untainted, untouched. You cannot put a seal on the water. Can you print on the water? You cannot print. So like that, nothing in the world can taint you or touch you. This is another nature. Then your higher reality, like a dream and a waker. Then you are everything, means everything is in you. Then you are the glory of all glorious things. So these things you have to understand and you have to realize, then make use of these things to neutralize some undesirable circumstances, situation in the life. It comes often, either in your office or in your house or in your body health and everything. So we will take 1 or 2 things. Let us see how much time is there. First, physical aspect you see. Suppose you are going to undergo some very major surgery. That is a heart surgery or something like that. You have to understanding and also doubtless assimilation, then recollection, then neutralization by bringing the opposite and the glorious nature of your original nature. For example, physical thing, you have to undergo surgery means you have to meditate upon the intangibility, subtleness of your real nature. So body only has to undergo the training. Similarly, emotional, if anybody is insulting, go on, especially in the elderly. In the office it happens often, that is a different thing. You should be thick-skinned, they say. But in some circumstances, elderly, because of the age factor, becomes father-in-law, mother-in-law. So it is a word of the daughter-in-law and son-in-law. So, or something like that. So insult is going on. So you have to, emotionally you are getting hurt. So you have to transcend. You are untouched, untainted nature, awareness. You have to meditate upon that. Then, one more aspect we take if necessary. Failures. Any disappointments, big failures. You are complete. As awareness, you are complete. The whole universe is in you. So you are not lacking anything. You have to bring the completeness of your nature and neutralize the failures. Then new life can start for your body mind. For you nothing is going to happen because you are already your everything. So body mind will not get frustrated, disappointed. It will start a new life with success. Then any big loss from the point of possession or relationship. You have to bring that you are the only real everything in the creation is unreal. Everything, including your position and relations, are unreal. You are the only real. Naturally, everything else is changing. Now can be changing things be real. So you have to bring that the Advaita nature, singularity. You are the only real thing in the world. So like this, you can bring different aspects of you, different natures of you, and you can neutralize by going to this meditation. 5 minutes, 10 minutes you do. So that's what, no? FIR reduction will definitely happen. Frequency of emotional upset, intensity of emotional upset, emotional fluctuation, and also these all will reduce. Frequency will reduce, intensity will reduce, and recovery period also will reduce. That's what wrong with them. The big philosophers are discussing. One philosopher is a big business person. His ship got sunk totally, full consignment, millions and rupees gone. So his assistant came and told this philosopher, "Sir, the ship got drowned, hold, all gone." Yeah, what he told? Within a few seconds. So what? That is what the knowledge. There is the depth of the knowledge is in the time span between what and so what. Moment, mind will get upset, but immediately it will recover. That is the beauty. So that you can do it, and finally, if a few minutes are there, one beautiful story also why we should avoid it. You may all enjoy. So we will quickly go into the story. So there was a king, queen, and a prince. Palace, imagine. The prince is the only son. Lord La, means Sanford. He was growing, and he grew to a adulthood, that is 15 to 18 years. So he was having a free hand in the palace. So one day he was going to some areas of the palace where he has not gone. Also most of the people have not gone, where old things are stored. So he happened to open a room. There were dust and everything. Just he was curious to find out what all things are there. Then he saw a photograph of a girl, younger to him. You know what would happen? He wanted to find that girl in the kingdom. So came out again, saw. He wanted to picturize the girl's photo in the mind. Then he wanted to tell some subordinates, not the minister and the father and mother, because he was having some shyness. He told some subordinates and he explained. Nowadays, if possible, you can take a picture of that photo in the mobile also and show it to the subordinates, and told those peons and subordinates to find the girl in the kingdom. There are low level employees, not because he was having a shyness, I told you, to tell them. But the parents and ministers noticed a change in the boy's behavior. He was dull, thinking about something, not telling, reduced food, no interest in anything, in the age of 15 to 20. He was going on, and finally it reached a stage that he was getting depressed and everything. Then at that time they asked him the reason. What is the reason? Come out. So compelled him and everything. But he did not tell his parents because again he was shy. Then he took one minister into confidence, and he took the minister to that room in the palace and showed the photo of the girl, and he told from the moment he saw the photo, he got lost. He wanted to marry that girl. That kind of thing came, and he lost interest in anything. Immediately the minister, the elderly minister, he was knowing about that photograph. He laughed and told, and he told, That photo is the photograph of the same prince in the young age, in some drama and everything. As a girl he acted. So that photograph was kept there. This information was known to only senior ministers and king, but he did not tell them. Now when minister told, you imagine his position, that prince, the position of the situation of the prince. The photograph which took him to that stage is his own photograph in the young age in the disguise of the girl. What would have happened to his mindset of marrying that girl? A little sense means he will laugh and come out of that depression. And he will get satisfied. That is what disgust knowledge. The consciousness or changeless awareness is your original nature. That beautiful nature. Own it up. Claim it. So with this we will end this thing. And I want to thank my family, especially wife, son-in-law, daughter, and also senior students. Vivek, Monica, J.K. Kumar took part directly in these things. That is PPT presentations and putting, and also uploading. And wife is a part of all these things also. And puzzle game. So we will try to continue the puzzle game with some students, not some people, those who have taken part in the puzzle game already told we want more puzzles. So if at all we make more puzzles, there won't be a time limit. So on the concepts and technical terms of Vedanta, we will have some puzzles if others also take part. We will make something in between. First puzzle was very simple. The second puzzle, the eligibility and consciousness, was very tough. Initial samsara was very simple. So in between we will